And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey. Today is a bit of a complaint, but also a realization about the yarn industry when you're going to shop at the independent retailer, like the mom and pop shop. One of the things that I struggle with as a crocheter is that I'm so used to the big box retailer where it tells you what the hook size is on the ball. So you have an idea of what you can do and say, oh, you know, it's a 5mm size H. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And the problem is, and I've taken the label off to protect the company, but when you buy stuff like this at an independent yarn shop, you look at it and usually most of them do not include a hook size or a knitting needle size. And so you look at it, you ogle it, you fondle it, and you enjoy it. But unless you're experienced with the kind of yarn that it is, you really have no idea what to do. Recently just crocheting with Madeline Tosh. It's called Tosh DK. And I thought, okay, I want to do something with this. And I like double knit. DK is short for double knit. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to guess. And then I looked at the ball label, and thank God for Jimmy Bean's wool, because they actually provided a gauge on here. And it said that it was suggesting of a 4 to 4.5mm size knitting needle. And for most times, crocheters can use the same information. So for a crochet hook, which would be like a G or US 7. I find with myself is that I walk into these stores and I just love the yarn and excited, but because I don't have enough experience with this kind of yarn, I don't know what to do with it. So for the extra ink that it costs to put on a gauge onto the ball label would be the difference for me to being able to walk out of the store with some yarn or just leave it because you just don't know what to do. And I know what you're thinking, well, why don't you just go online and just look it up? But when you're in the thrall of shopping and you're super, super excited, is that, are you going to stand there on your phone and are you going to look stuff up? Yeah, some of you are going to comment saying, yeah, that's what I would do. I don't do that. I want to look at the yarn and say, okay, this is what I think it's going to need, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is my thought process. Now, I do end up buying stuff at independent retailers like this, but you know what? It dies a slow death in my yarn collection because I love it, I think it's great, but I just don't know where to start. So a great tip for you maybe is to go on Ravelry and look up patterns using this yarn and seeing what other crocheters or knitters used when it's not provided on here. It can still die a slow death in your collection, but at least you know what the hook size or the knitting size is going to be if they provide that information. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is that too much of an ask? Or is that wishful thinking?